Have you ever felt like your body was trying to tell you something, but no one was really listening? Maybe it's the aching in your joints when you get up in the morning, or the way your sleep is broken night after night by trips to the bathroom, or perhaps it's looking in the mirror and noticing your hair thinning, or your skin not bouncing back the way it used to. And when you bring it up, people just say, well, that's part of getting older. But what if that wasn't the whole story? What if something simple, something natural, something sitting in your home right now could make a difference? I'm talking about castor oil. Yes, castor oil. The thick golden oil our grandparents used to swear by. And when you combine it with something as ordinary as baking soda, the results can be surprising. Not just for your skin or your hair, but for your joints, your digestion, your sleep, and even your heart. This isn't a miracle cure. It's not a gimmick. It's a forgotten remedy, backed by generations of wisdom and now supported by real science. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to use it, simply, safely, and effectively, to support your body from the inside out, because you deserve more than just getting by. You deserve to feel good again. So stay with me, I promise. By the end of this video, you'll look at your health and this little bottle of oil in a whole new way. Let's get started. A remedy hidden in plain sight. Castor oil has been quietly sitting on shelves for generations. Most of us remember it from childhood, maybe as something your mother or grandmother gave you when you were sick. It smelled strong, tasted worse, and no one really explained what it did, only that it worked. But here's the truth. Castor oil isn't just an old wives' tale. It's one of the most powerful natural remedies ever discovered, used in healing traditions around the world, from India to Egypt to rural America. And get this, during World War II, the United States military included castor oil in survival kits. Why? Because it had so many uses. Soldiers used it to clean wounds. Mechanics used it to keep tanks running. One moment it was helping a man recover from battle. The next, it was getting a machine moving through the mud. That's how versatile and valuable it was. And now, when you combine castor oil with something as ordinary as baking soda, yes, the same baking soda you probably keep in your fridge or pantry, something incredible happens. This simple pairing activates the healing properties of both ingredients. Together, they can help reduce inflammation, clear up skin problems, soothe digestion, support circulation, and even help your body relax and heal during sleep. It's like they unlock each other's potential. And the best part, you don't need a prescription. You don't need to be a doctor. You don't need to spend hundreds of dollars. You just need to understand how to use them and why they work. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you, step by step, starting with one of the most common and frustrating issues for men over the age of 50, prostate health. 1. Prostate relief without pills or surgery. If you're a man over the age of 50, chances are your nights don't look the same anymore. You might fall asleep just fine, but a couple of hours later, you're up, again, heading to the bathroom. Then it happens again and again. By the time the sun rises, you're exhausted, frustrated, and wondering if this is just part of getting older. You're not alone. Millions of men deal with this. Sleepless nights, disrupted routines, and that constant nagging urge to go. Road trips become stressful. Events with friends feel more like scouting missions for the nearest restroom. And the worst part? Most people just chalk it up to age, as if it's something you simply have to live with. But here's what most people don't realize. It's not just about age. What's really happening is that inflammation and oxidative stress are building up inside the prostate gland, causing it to swell. That swelling puts pressure on the bladder and narrows the urethra, making it harder for urine to pass and increasing the frequency of bathroom trips, especially at night. Now, there are medications for this, sure, but they often come with side effects things like dizziness, fatigue, and even a dip in libido. Surgery is another option, but let's be honest, most men would rather avoid going under the knife if they can help it. This is where castor oil comes in, and this is where things get interesting. Castor oil contains a natural compound called ricinoleic acid. It's a powerful anti-inflammatory that penetrates deep into tissue, reducing swelling and improving circulation. And when you mix it with baking soda, just a small amount, it enhances those effects even further, helping to calm the root causes of prostate discomfort. But here's the key. You don't take this mixture internally. Instead, you use it topically on the outside of your body, right over the area where your prostate sits, just below the belly button. It's a simple process. You soak a soft cloth in cold-pressed, unrefined castor oil, place it over your lower abdomen, cover it with a piece of plastic wrap to hold it in place, then apply gentle heat with a warm towel or a heating pad on low. Relax for about 45 minutes and do this 3 times a week. That's it. No pills, no procedures, just a quiet, natural way to support your body's healing process. And yes, it's backed by science. A study published by the American Urological Association found that men who used castor oil packs for 12 weeks reduced their nighttime bathroom trips by 40%. That's nearly cutting them in half without any medication. I'll share a quick story. My friend Sam, a tough, no-nonsense retired firefighter, was dealing with this exact issue. He was skeptical, called it hippie nonsense at first, but after a few weeks of trying the castor oil packs, he called me and said, "I actually slept through the night for the first time in months." 2 months later, he wasn't waking up at all. His energy came back. He wasn't planning his life around bathrooms anymore. And best of all, he felt like himself again. So if this is something you're struggling with, I want you to know there is hope. You don't have to settle for broken sleep, constant interruptions, or the feeling that your body's running the show. This is a simple, natural step you can take today to start feeling better tomorrow. 2. The hair regrowth secret no one talks about. Hair loss can feel like a quiet betrayal. It doesn't happen all at once. One day, you're noticing a little more hair on your pillow, then in the shower drain, and slowly but surely, the hairline starts to retreat. For many men, and women too, it's more than just a cosmetic issue. It hits your confidence. It changes the way you carry yourself. And it makes you wonder if there's anything that can actually help. The truth is, hair thinning and loss often come down to a hormone called DHT, short for dihydrotestosterone. As we age, our bodies convert more and more testosterone into DHT, and that hormone shrinks the hair follicles on your scalp. The follicles get smaller and weaker, and over time, they stop producing healthy hair altogether. This is one of the main reasons for male pattern baldness, and even for thinning hair in women. Now, most commercial hair regrowth treatments, like minoxidil or finasteride, try to block DHT. And while they can help, they also come with a laundry list of side effects, like scalp irritation, hormonal shifts, or even changes in libido. They're also expensive, and the results aren't guaranteed. But here's something most people don't know. Castor oil is a natural DHT blocker. It contains compounds that help reduce the enzyme responsible for converting testosterone into DHT. That means it tackles the root cause of hair thinning, not just the symptoms. And even better, it nourishes the scalp with essential fatty acids, vitamin E, and a compound called ricinoleic acid, which improves blood flow to the hair follicles and strengthens them from the inside out. Using it is simple. Warm up a tablespoon or 2 of cold-pressed castor oil until it's just slightly warm to the touch. Then Using your fingertips, gently massage the oil into your scalp, especially in the areas where hair is thinning or receding. Spend about 5 minutes massaging it in. The massage itself boosts circulation, which helps even more. Leave the oil on for at least an hour or overnight if you can. Just be sure to cover your pillow, then wash it out with a mild, natural shampoo. For an added boost, you can mix in a few drops of rosemary essential oil, another natural DHT blocker that works beautifully with castor oil. Commit to this routine 3 times a week, not every day, just 3 times. And be patient. Most people begin to see early signs of improvement within 6 to 8 weeks, with fuller results after about 3 months. Let me tell you about James. He's 42, a good friend of mine, and he used to joke about his hairline disappearing faster than his 20s. He tried everything, expensive shampoos, supplements, even considered a hair transplant until he saw the price tag. When I suggested castor oil, he rolled his eyes. "What's next?" he said. "Should I rub olive oil on my head too?" But he gave it a shot. For the first few weeks, he said nothing was happening. But by the 2nd month, he noticed less shedding in the shower. And by the end of the 3rd month, his barber, without being prompted, asked him what he was doing differently because his hair looked fuller. James was floored. No prescriptions, no surgery, just a bottle of oil, a little time, and a lot of consistency. So if you've been watching your hair thin and wondering if there's anything you can do, there is. You're not helpless, and you're not alone. Castor oil might not be flashy, but sometimes the best answers aren't in the drugstore, they're in your pantry. 3. Natural pain relief without pills. Pain has a way of wearing you down over time. It might start as a dull ache in your knees, a sore shoulder that doesn't quite loosen up, or a lower back that tightens after just a short walk. But after a while, that discomfort becomes part of your daily life, like an uninvited guest that refuses to leave. You try to push through it, but it steals your energy, affects your sleep, and even changes your mood. Most people turn to over-the-counter painkillers, ibuprofen, acetaminophen, or whatever's in the medicine cabinet. And while those can offer temporary relief, they also come with risks. Things like stomach irritation, high blood pressure, or damage to the liver and kidneys when used too often or for too long. That's why castor oil is such a game changer, because unlike pills that just mask the pain for a few hours, castor oil actually goes to work at the root of the problem. The secret is ricinoleic acid, a natural anti-inflammatory compound that's found in high concentrations only in castor oil. When applied to the skin, it penetrates deep into the muscles and joints, where it reduces swelling, increases blood flow, and soothes nerve endings. In simple terms, it helps your body heal, not just cope. Using castor oil for pain is easy. Warm a tablespoon or 2 until it's comfortable to the touch. Gently massage it into the painful area, whether that's your knees, shoulders, back, or even your hands. Take a few minutes to really work it in. Then, cover the area with a warm towel or a heating pad set on low. Let it sit for about 30 minutes. You can repeat this 2 to 3 times a week or even daily if needed. In many cases, people start feeling relief within the first few applications. And the more consistent you are, the better the long-term results. I'll give you an example. My friend Mark spent over 30 years working construction. His knees had taken a beating. By the time he was in his late 50s, he was walking stairs sideways and using the railing just to get up. I gave him a bottle of castor oil and told him to try it for 3 weeks. At first, he said it felt good, but wasn't sure if it was doing much. But one morning, he sent me a message that said, "Stairs, no railing, first time in years." That's when I knew he was finally getting some real relief. Pain doesn't have to be your default setting, and you don't have to keep reaching for pills to get through the day. Sometimes, all it takes is something natural, simple, and consistent, like a warm cloth, a quiet moment, and a little patience. 4. Gut health and bloating relief the gentle way. Your gut is like your body's command center. When it's working well, you feel light, energized, and comfortable. But when things get off balance, whether it's bloating after meals, sluggish digestion, constipation that lingers, or that heavy, uncomfortable feeling in your belly, everything feels just a little harder. And for a lot of people, especially as we age, these issues seem to come out of nowhere. You're eating the same foods, doing what you've always done, but suddenly your stomach doesn't cooperate. Over-the-counter options like laxatives or antacids can offer quick relief, but they often do more harm than good over time. They can be harsh on your system, create dependency, or disrupt the natural rhythm of your digestion. Castor oil, on the other hand, works differently and more gently. It supports your gut from the outside in and in some cases from the inside out. When taken in small, safe amounts, food-grade castor oil stimulates the muscles in your intestines, a process called peristalsis. This encourages the natural movement of waste through the digestive tract. It's not forceful or aggressive. It simply reminds your body how to do what it was designed to do. But there's another powerful way to use it, one that doesn't involve taking anything by mouth. It's the castor oil abdominal pack. Here's how it works. You soak a clean, soft cloth in warm castor oil and place it over your belly, right over the center of your abdomen. Then cover it with a warm towel or a heating pad on low. Let it sit for 30 to 60 minutes. As the oil is absorbed through the skin, it begins to reduce inflammation, support lymphatic drainage, and stimulate digestive flow. It's like giving your gut a gentle massage, a reset button that helps calm the chaos. For added internal support, you can also try this simple morning ritual. Mix 1 teaspoon of food-grade castor oil with a glass of warm lemon water. Drink it slowly on an empty stomach right after you wake up. This combination acts as a natural detoxifier. It flushes out toxins, kickstarts digestion, and helps reduce that heavy, sluggish feeling that often follows you through the day. Let me tell you about my sister Cecilia. For years, she struggled with bloating, unpredictable digestion, and that constant full feeling even when she hadn't eaten much. She tried probiotics, fiber drinks, herbal teas. Nothing made a real difference. When I suggested castor oil, she laughed and said, "You mean that stuff Mom used to torture us with as kids?" But after a few days of using the packs and trying the lemon water combo, she sent me a message that said, "Okay, what kind of sorcery is this? I feel lighter already." And within a few weeks, that stubborn bloating was gone. Her digestion felt smoother, more regular, and more comfortable. It was the first time in years that she felt like her gut was working with her, not against her. So if you've been battling with your digestion, trying one thing after another and coming up short, consider this. Maybe the answer isn't in another pill or powder. Maybe it's in something your body already knows how to use, something natural, gentle, and surprisingly effective. 5. Boosting circulation and heart health naturally. As we get older, it's not uncommon to feel a little more sluggish. Maybe your hands and feet stay cold, even when the rest of you is warm. Or maybe your legs feel heavy and tired after sitting too long. Tasks that used to be simple, climbing stairs, walking the dog, even standing in line at the grocery store, suddenly feel like they take more effort than they should. These are subtle signs of something deeper. Poor circulation. And it's more than just an inconvenience. When your blood isn't flowing the way it should, your muscles don't get the oxygen they need. Your energy drops. Your heart has to work harder. Over time, it can even raise your risk for serious problems like heart disease or blood clots. Now, most people reach for quick fixes, a cup of coffee, an energy drink, maybe a supplement that promises a boost, but those are just temporary. They don't address the root of the problem. Castor oil, though, offers something different, something deeper. When applied to the skin, castor oil naturally boosts your body's production of nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is what helps your blood vessels relax and widen, which allows blood to flow more freely. That means better circulation, more oxygen to your cells, and less strain on your heart. A study published in the Journal of Cardiovascular Pharmacology found that using castor oil topically increased blood flow by up to 35% in just 4 weeks. That's a major shift, especially for something so simple and accessible. Here's how to use it. Warm a small amount of castor oil in your hands or in a bowl, just enough to make it comfortable, not hot. Then massage it gently into your legs, feet, and hands, especially in the areas that tend to feel cold or tight. Do this at night, just before bed. Take your time. Even 5 to 10 minutes of massage can make a big difference. If you want to take it a step further, wrap your legs in a warm towel afterward and relax for 30 minutes. This helps the oil penetrate deeper and keeps the blood flowing long after you're done. Some people notice a difference after the first few times. Warmer feet, lighter legs, a little more pep in their step the next morning, and over time, it adds up. Because when your circulation improves, everything improves. Your energy, your stamina, your sleep, and even your brain function. So if you've been feeling cold, tired, or just a little off, don't ignore it. It might be your body asking for help. And castor oil could be one of the simplest, most natural ways to give it what it needs. 6. Skin rejuvenation and stress relief from the outside in. You ever catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror and notice something new? A fine line that wasn't there before, a little sag under the eyes, maybe a dry patch on your cheeks or hands? It's subtle at first, but over time, your skin starts to show the wear and tear of life. The sun, the stress, the years, they leave their mark. And you try to fight back. You buy the creams. You follow the steps. Maybe even spend money on expensive serums that promise to reverse time. But the truth is, most skincare products only treat the surface. They moisturize for a few hours, then wear off. They don't address what your skin really needs. Support from within. This is where castor oil quietly outperforms the fancy stuff. It doesn't just sit on top of your skin. It goes deep, into the lower layers, where collagen and elastin live. These are the two proteins that keep your skin firm, smooth, and full of life. As we age, our bodies produce less of them. That's when wrinkles settle in and elasticity fades. But castor oil does something special. It helps stimulate the natural production of collagen and elastin. It also delivers vitamin E and essential fatty acids directly to the skin, nourishing it in a way that store-bought products simply can't. All it takes is a few drops, warmed between your fingers. Gently massage it into your face before bed, especially around the eyes, the corners of the mouth, and the forehead. You don't need much. Let your skin drink it in overnight. For age spots or sun damage, mix castor oil with a bit of fresh aloe vera gel and apply it to those areas. Do this consistently, and over time, you'll notice your skin becoming softer, more even-toned, and more resilient. But here's something you might not expect. Castor oil can also help your body relax, and not just physically. It helps calm the nervous system, especially when massaged into the belly or chest. That's because it stimulates the vagus nerve and the body's natural relaxation switch. This nerve helps slow your heart rate, lower stress hormones, and shift you into a more restful, peaceful state. It's what helps you sleep deeply, digest food better, and stay calm in the face of stress. At night, try this. Warm a tablespoon of castor oil and gently rub it onto your stomach and chest. Then lie back, close your eyes, and take a few slow, deep breaths. You may feel your heart slow down, your shoulders release, and your body settle into rest. No pills, no noise, just a quiet, natural reset at the end of your day. Our skin and our stress levels may seem like two separate things, but they're deeply connected. And castor oil, this humble time-tested oil, supports both, from the outside in and the inside out. You deserve to feel good again. You've just heard how one simple remedy, castor oil paired with baking soda, can support your body in ways that most people have never been told. From easing prostate discomfort to gently encouraging hair regrowth, from soothing stubborn joint pain to resetting your digestion, boosting your circulation, nurturing your skin, and calming your nervous system. And here's the most incredible part. This isn't a new invention. It's not a trend. It's not hype. It's wisdom, the kind passed down through generations. Quiet, natural, and powerful. The kind of knowledge our grandparents trusted before we ever had a pharmacy on every corner. Now, I'm not saying castor oil will solve every problem overnight. It won't. But what it offers is something many of us have been craving. A way to care for our bodies that's simple, gentle, affordable, and rooted in nature. It gives you back a little sense of control, a chance to feel more like yourself again, a chance to sleep better, move easier, live with less pain and more peace. So here's my question for you. What will you try first? Will you start with the warm abdominal pack for prostate relief? Will you mix it into your morning lemon water to ease digestion? Will you give your joints a break, your hair a second chance, your skin a little love? Whatever you choose, just remember, healing doesn't have to be complicated, and you are not too old, too late, or too far gone to feel good again. You deserve to feel well, to rest well, to live well. And that journey, it might just start with a little bottle of oil that's been waiting on your shelf all along. If you found value in this message, please take a moment to let me know. Leave a comment below and share one thing you're going to try. I read every single one. If this video helped you, it might help someone else too. So consider sharing it with a friend, a sibling, or someone in your community who needs a little hope. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to Elders Insight for more natural science-backed solutions made for real life, especially life after 50. This is where we honor the wisdom of the past and walk with you toward a healthier, brighter future. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in the next video.